Lip Reader Joe here. Now, this is going to be the first of a series of videos that I've been meaning to make because over the past few weeks I have gone down this rabbit hole of trying to uncover what has been hidden in plain sight in the ICT logo, and I've tried to backtest a few things, and I can't say that any of this is anything original to myself, and this is not a tutorial or an educational video. This is merely me showing you what I have been able to see whilst I've been trying to do this, kind of discover what is hidden in plain sight as such. Now, the first thing was that I watched Trade Guardian's video, and the link is in the bio for you guys to find out, and you can see the full video and the full explanation of everything that has occurred there, or that he has explained whilst he's been dissecting the ICT logo as such. So, Trade Guardian's video looks at the logo and how the numbers, well, I don't know what the hidden numbers are, but essentially the sizes of the circles in the ICT logo, and if you turn the logo on its side, you can then use the Fibonacci time zone tool to split your chart into areas as such, which I'm going to do here now, and I'm going to start off looking at, this is just 2 weeks ago, a recent day. This is looking at the Monday or Sunday night from 8 p.m. to 8 p.m. the next day, right? So if you take your Fibonacci tool, this is what I discovered. So you take your Fibonacci tool, 8 o'clock. Let's just play a few candles. Let's see what's prints. Pause it here. So let's have a look. So 8 o'clock is, where is it? It's there. So if we take 8 o'clock opens there, Sunday, and stretch that over to, oops. Oh, I'm on the hour, so that's why. Monday at, let's do that at 8. Here we go. And I'll just drop down to the 5 minute. Do that. So here we have our, as you can see here, let's just make this a bit bigger. We have our Fib time zone tool, right? So as I said, we started off at 8 o'clock, and I am making sure this horizontal line is at the beginning. So that's that 8 o'clock open, and I guess you should try and keep it straight, and that's 8 till 8. So that's your 24 hours. 8 o'clock in the evening, because that's when I believe the markets open. As well, they opened up here, but this is the Asia session as such, and it opens here at 8 o'clock. The Fib settings here, I've only got 1, 2, 3 sections on here, so 0.382 and 0.618. Now, he does explain that you could have them continually going on, but we'll also look at the fractalization of this. And what you'll find is that these line up with the circles in the ICT logo, and this would be your accumulation, your manipulation zone, and then your distribution. So this is where price accumulates. I can put all of this in for you as well. I know people like this. Accumulation, I can't spell. This would then be your manipulation, and this would be your distribution. I'm actually going to turn off this time cycles. This is Zeus's time cycle indicator, which you can only get if you're in his mentorship. Full disclosure, I am currently in his mentorship, and I'll be honest with you, this isn't specifically anything that is discussed in his mentorship as such. This is just from looking at the Trade Guardian videos on YouTube. And again, this is because, you know, a lot of the guys in the mentorship was going down this rabbit hole of the ICT logo and what's hidden in plain sight, and the numbers, what are the numbers, etc., etc. But essentially, as you can see, this is 2, 1, 2, and that's looking at the size is as such. I don't know if that's the numbers that is hidden or not. I've got literally no idea. No one can tell me, no one will tell me, and you just kind of got to try and discover it for yourself based upon your own kind of knowledge and backtesting and seeing what happens. So anyway, so here we have our this is just one day, that whole 24-hour period from 8 p.m. Sunday to 8 p.m. on Monday. And we're going to look at what price has done. First thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to draw out the entire 8 p.m. candle high and low from 8 p.m. and stretch it out. Because what I discovered by doing this was to see how price reacts to that 8 p.m. range. Now they call this the market efficiency paradigm, where this being the medium in the middle or equilibrium, and price returns to it. Now obviously this is in the ICT videos. Apparently I've never been through them all, so I can't tell you if that's true or not. And maybe if you do go through it yourself, you'll find out exactly what is being said in this market efficiency paradigm. But essentially price takes the sell side and then buy side liquidity or vice versa, and then reverts back to equilibrium. And this is something that Trade Guardian goes through in his video as such. So here what we can see is price has moved through from 8 o'clock in the evening. It's gone up and reversed at 2:10. I'm on the 5-minute chart here, and then returned. We see this level of consolidation here in the London session in the morning, and then price drops from 5 all the way down to here. I don't know if this is the manipulation leg, down to, this is 650. This is our manipulation, then distribution, possibly. Yeah, and just that, I'll just do that, and we'll just look at how price moves through and how it reacts to this whole area as a whole. Yeah, so here I would say that there is a market structure shift here, price returns up there. Here we go, price goes down again. You see it returns back up to this equilibrium. We have another drop at 11 o'clock as such, and then as you can see price continues down again, 3:30, and we get another reversal, and we essentially return back to our 8 o'clock zone. Let's just go all the way to the end, and that's it. Now I'm not going to say that it does this every single day, but it doesn't necessarily always go in this fashion. Sometimes it completely goes straight away up and then returns in that area. Now, what I will say is what you do need to look at is how this whole, how price or time is fractalized in this way. So this is where you've got your manipulation zone. where you're looking, where I would be looking for my reversal. What's key is where is 8 p.m. And I noticed that 8 p.m. is not quite on the 400 level as such, but it's just above, you notice. And also what I notice is that obviously when you've got your reversal, it happens here, but this is, notice it's the fractalization. So you can take each one of these quadrants and fractalize it. So if I take here again, and depending on what time you're looking to trade, what's your trade zone? So your trade, don't forget, this is the full 24 hours. So maybe you want to trade, I don't know, this London session, London opening. So where is the manipulation occurring? So if you go like that, now I'll be honest with you, Trade Guide talks about the breaker being in the manipulation zone. Yeah, so, but I'm not too sure. But if you look here, accumulation, if that's the manipulation, and here we have our distribution. If I fractalize this one again, essentially, and this is the thing with all of these, you can make everything work the way you want it to work if you just keep fractalizing. Let's go like that. And there you go, you've got your manipulation in your zone, your reversal in your manipulation zone. I don't know if I'm doing this the right way or not, but essentially that's what you could do. My focus is nearly always on this area here. So as I see prices move down, I would be looking for price within my session, which is the 9:45 session, to return to equilibrium. That's what I am looking for to happen. So a reversal and it to take place. If I drop down to the 1 minute, and let's go back to our time. So this is our period here, our 1 minute, which is here. And prices moved away from our equilibrium. I'm looking for market structure shift and a reversal, and set your TP back at this zone, and it certainly gets there. You know, here we can see the low's been taken. This here would be our breaker, price breaks above it, retraces and continues up. I mean, this is very messy price action, very messy, to say the least. And you will see that how price is obviously clearly on a reversal here, and it moves back up. If I don't know if this is even worth me doing, if I fractalize this again, there, and then again, because this is our zone, and you see how this is the manipulation. Straight down here, manipulating, reverse, reversal happens right here, and we go back up. But essentially, that is what I've been discovering. There's a couple of other things that I've discovered in the process of doing this, in back testing. And if you want to take the time you could literally just go through either on the 5 minute chart or on the hourly. Let's do it on the hourly. And you could go through, let me just clear all of this, remove all those drawings. And what you can do is when you backtest, just have a look to see how price reacts to that 8 o'clock. So where are we now? We're now into this week. So you could literally just go through, taking your for Wednesday. There is no real science to this from my point of view. It's 8 o'clock on Wednesday. 8 p.m. Wednesday to 8 p.m. 6, 7, 8. So let me just do this because it's a little easier. 5 minute. And look how price just literally stayed there. It just hung around that 8 o'clock price absolutely the entire day. But if you were, obviously, if this was your model as such, there you go. If this was your model and your 945, you just take your reversal and move it and make sure that you reverse it and take it to your 8 p.m. It's just as simple as that, really. If you look at that, let's go back to here again, 9:45. There's your reversal, and it goes straight back, 10 o'clock. Reversal, I mean, that's a very clean and clear market structure shift. Look at that. Look at that. Market structure shift. Where do you want to take your profit? You take it back at the 8 p.m. range. Either at the beginning, you've got equilibrium, which is a little bit more risky as such, but you can see quite clearly there is something in that in itself. So I encourage you to have a look, backtest it, see what you find. Let me know how you get on. Subscribe, like, and please do share any other discoveries you may well have had yourself. Obviously this is the 1 minute chart, but yeah, you can, everything looks very obvious in hindsight, but this could be a model for you. I'll be honest with you, it is not my model, but I do bear it in mind, because as you say, I'm trying to focus on one model that I'm using each day, but I do keep in the back of my mind where is the 8 p.m. and that will help me to guide where price is. So thanks ever so much for watching. Do take a comment, let me know your thoughts, and yeah, it'll be great to hear from you. Thanks ever so much.